quiere. Canelo puede hacer lo que dé la gana.
Y como Red no va a pelear. Canelo como Red no va a pelear.
No va a pelear, no va a pelear. Eso es lo que yo le digo a todo el mundo. Ay, mi
No va a
hermano. No, y Robey perdió. Yo no sé cómo él perdió esa pelea. El último round tenía que acelerar, meterle el turbo, meterle.
Hey, thank you guys for tuning in to Skywalker Boxing, Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. We're live with Ernest Johnson and Tim Witherspoon Jr. We got a special in 86 Boxing. You're live too, my brother. Salute to everybody coming in. We got a special guest tonight, guys. We got the #1 Cuban boxing content creator in the house, Puma from Boxeo Kung Flow. I'm gonna put his link in the chat. Everybody subscribe to his channel. He has all the Cuban stars in the house, man. David Morrell, Robezy, Andy Cruz, you name the stars, man. They're coming to his show, man. They're always on his panel, hanging out with him. He's the inside source for all your Cuban boxing, man. Cuban boxing is hot right now. We got a lot of all the top stars in the sport right now. There's a good portion of them that are Cuban. Cuba's representing. A lot of people are coming over here, man. From Cuba, you know what I'm saying, and making their dreams come true by going pro and killing it, man. So shout out to the Cuban boxing system, man.
Toyez, Bully, we got a bunch coming.
Yeah.
Tenemos un montón que viniendo. De Bully hasta aquí. ¿Qué le pasó a Julio César de la Cruz?
Jose. Hey guys, thank you for the invitation. So thank you. The you know me, the hair. Julio César La Cruz is Cuban, so Cuban is different. It's different the boxing in Cuban the here. So me only concentration right now in the professional. The Cuban is crazy. Is you know me, dictadura. So it's no good.
All right. Salute to Omarito, Andrew Charles, Traveling Fools. Thank you guys for coming in. How long have you been doing content on YouTube, Puma? Can you ask him, Jose?
¿Cuánto tiempo estás haciendo contento en YouTube? ¿Cuántos
Hace
años?
como 2 años por ahí.
Okay. Ya, yo estoy
2 years.
2 years. 2 years.
2 years.
Ask him what can you ask him why he chose boxing? Is it something that he did as a child, or is it something that just interests him content wise?
Puma, en Cuba tú peleabas, ¿verdad?
Yo peleé en Cuba.
He was a boxer in Cuba. Él era un boxeador en Cuba. That's where he started.
You know me, dictadura, so it's no good. Right.
Puma, correcto, estás correcto. You're correct. Ay, mi hermano, Cuba is impossible.
So for the longest time, a lot of boxers couldn't come out of Cuba, man, and we've noticed a big increase of Cuban boxers within the last 10 years, man. We've been getting Ugas, we've been getting everybody that's been coming over here and pursuing their dreams. Why was it so hard back then, Jose? Was it the politics?
Watch this. I'm gonna ask Puma. Puma, desde que si estoy correcto, cuando Fidel es que le gustaba el deporte, a Raúl y a Díaz Canel no le gustan los deportes. So, ¿tú crees que están soltando a los cubanos ahora cuando a Fidel ya, sabes, falleció?
No creo. Es más bien que el problema que hay en Cuba, el hambre, la necesidad, no poder hablar lo que tú quieres hablar, no te dejan hablar, tienes que regirte por lo que ellos digan obligatoriamente. Y eso ha provocado que los muchachos salgan en competencias juveniles, campeonatos juveniles, campeonatos de olimpiadas y se queden a buscar un mejor futuro porque en Cuba no tienen futuro.
Okay, let me translate. Okay, guys, he said that in Cuba you don't have a chance. You can't do what you want to do. The problem is that you don't have a chance. So that's why they're getting out of there.
Great.
Brainwash.
Go ahead,
Hey,
go ahead.
so just the other day I was listening to another podcast that actually went over the Cuban boxing history, and I know recently, Tim, concentrations of areas that were, areas where trainers could probably benefit by getting there and getting people with training. It seems like with Cuba, there's a high concentration of boxing gyms and trainers and fighters, but yet, in the Olympics, it seems like they only get 12 people and then 26 out of the thousands of boxing. Could you ask him to elaborate on, what portion of that he came from? I'm sorry if I'm being incoherent, but you know what I mean? Like, I want to know, like, what part of that did he come from? Did he come from the training aspect, or did he come from, the actual one of the 86 gyms or 85 gyms they have?
No, lo que te quiero preguntar es que si tú viniste de, ¿cómo se dice? De elegir los gimnasios esos de los olímpicos, más eso, ¿sabes? Porque tú sabes, no se podía poder bajarte profesional. So, en Cuba, ¿qué tú crees? ¿De cuál gimnasio viniste? ¿Cuál tú prefieres?
Es que es una, listen, es una estructura. No es one gym. It's the school. You know me? Dile que en Cuba, cuando tú eres un boxeador de alto rendimiento, tú vas para una beca. Te captan y vas para una beca.
Yeah, when you're in Cuba, yeah, when they get you and you're good, they get you. They come and grab you. You take you to a certain gym when you're good.
It's the levels. Academia, ESPA provincial, ESPA nacional, Team Cuba. You know, it's the level.
So there's an actual boxing school that they're attending in their younger years, a boxing school, an academy.
We start boxing young down in Cuba. Boxamos desde niñito.
8 years, 9 years is the start. It's the house is the school. You the morning school, afternoon boxing.
Yeah,
viceversa.
All day it's school of boxing.
Yeah,
so
it's boxing.
Or baseball or school. Or
where is Boxing Come Flow based out of now? Where are you at in America?
Tú estás en Miami, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Sí, yo también.
Tampa, Florida.
Estoy en la 87 y Coragüey. He's in Miami. He's right next to me. Tú estás al lado.
Florida, guys. Tampa. Florida.
So how is the boxing scene in Miami right now?
¿Cómo tú ves el boxeo en Miami ahora?
No good.
No good.
No good for the. In Miami, it's too late.
¿Tú crees que estamos chiquiticos?
Está muy atrás. Los pensamientos, las ideas están muy para atrás.
The ideas and everything are way back, and now we're going reverse. You know what I'm saying?
Y es triste porque hay muchachos con mucho talento, pero hay una cosa, yo soy de la opinión que digo que no me gusta mucho la idea de un entrenador cubano con un boxeador cubano en el profesional. No me gusta mucho esa idea.
He doesn't like the idea of having a boxer and a coach that's a Cuban coach and a boxer that's a Cuban boxer.
Oh, he wants
me gusta más
American.
Yeah.
Ronnie.
American trainer is good.
Yeah.
You know, pero Cuban, no good. Not
can you tell him to explain why?
Puma, ¿puedes explicar por qué crees?
Mira, no le van a enseñar lo mismo básicamente. Un entrenador de aquí, por mucho que aprenda, le va a enseñar básicamente lo mismo. Entonces, los entrenadores americanos ya están más acostumbrados a hacer la transición o la adaptación de boxeo amateur a profesional, como el caso de Bus Eni con el padre de Bus Eni. Es más fácil un entrenador americano que haga la adaptación al boxeador cubano para el profesional.
He would rather have, dame un momento, Puma, that he would rather have an American trainer like Ronnie Shields, that's what doing with Morrell, with Boots' dad, Mr. Ennis, that's one with Andy Cruz. It's better to translate from the amateurs to the professionals with an American trainer. That's what.
Yo comprende.
It makes sense, yeah.
Hey, that makes sense, man. But hey, I think the reason why I asked that question is because I mean I already kind of sort of knew the answer, but the academy part of what they go through for training is actually incredible. In a lot of countries outside the United States, the children basically figure out what they're going to do for life, and they get put in certain schools that allow them to follow that path and only really do that path. So it seems like that's probably why the Cuban amateur boxing system is the best in the world, because they got the kids going to school all day and learning the academy stuff and learning the knowledge behind it, and then going on, if they got the skill, they can maybe go to what we would consider a higher level education and get put into different boxing gyms.
And Ernest, let me elaborate on that a little bit to add on to what you're saying. Not only do they put them through academies, they have them focus on the basics. They have them focus on the technique. Here in America, I love our fighters. I love our basketball players. I love our athletes, but we focus more on the slam dunk. We focus more on the knockout instead of the fundamentals, which get us there as much as these other countries. So where in America, we might have great trainers, great education, guys. I think that we might have to put our ego aside a little bit and be willing to focus more on that the fundamentals.
And I got a question. Where does Cuban movement come from? Is it because you guys love salsa, bro? You guys love dancing? That's why you guys move, bro. Yeah, Cuba's got a good movement, bro.
Bailamos en el ring.
The moving is good, pero not all time. For what? For the professional boxer is different, and the moving is touch. And this boxer, the professional, not touch, is boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
Sí. Tiene que meterle raya, bro. Tiene que meterle esa
It sounds like he prefers American professional fighting over everything. Can you ask him that?
¿Tú prefieres el modelo de los profesionales de aquí de Americana, de los cubanos en el profesional? Porque ellos dicen que, mira, en amateur el sistema es mejor, pero para cambiar es diferente. Como tú dices,
USA, the boxer, the trainer is the best. USA is the one.
Muy bueno.
It's not. You know me. The USA Cuban boxing tiene muchas cosas en común. Tienen muchas cosas en común el boxeo americano y el boxeo cubano.
A lot of things in common.
Yeah.
Sí, primo, sí hacer.
Cool.
Sí, pero la cosa que mira, en Cuba es 3 rounds, en Cuba es 3 rounds. En amateur es nada más que tocar. Aquí, mira cómo está lo que hizo Andy Cruz en la última pelea.
Pero Andy Cruz for any father.
Yep.
So you see Andy Cruz is the progress is fast. For what the fast? For the father the Ennis is the adaptation the amateur professional. It's good.
He's saying that, and the truth is showing him. Yeah, Boots' dad, sí, está correcto 100%. Andy Cruz's dad is showing him how to go from from amateurs into the pros.
Yeah, we saw that, Jose, right? We saw that Andy he takes instructions very well. Everything that Bozy told him to do in those fights, he did it.
I just want to let you guys know that's happening in Philadelphia. I just want to let you guys know that.
Andy oye al Boots, al papá de Boots, al padre. Y mira, Andy oye y mira y lo ve y conoce esto. Andy Cruz listens, and he listens to Boots' dad. I saw that. We're gonna I'm gonna bring Andy here one day with Boots.
Bozy Ennis, Farah Ennis, Derek Ennis, Jerron Ennis, mi amigos.
Yeah, they're good people.
Yeah, I fought with his older brothers, and we had Andy Cruz's strength and conditioning coach on our show. Altaf, he was my old strength and conditioning coach. They're doing pretty good, man. I'm glad that we can represent Cuban boxing here in Philadelphia. That's great.
Yeah, Jose let Puma know that he had the same trainers and trained with the Boots family.
Sí, él entrenó con los mismos, la gente de la familia de Boots. Él, Tim Witherspoon Jr.
I like it. I like it. I like it. If family boost any the song. I like it. For Andy Cruz, see. You know me. I like it. Morreo for Rory Shield. Morreo's different. O sea, every Cuban boss, American trainer is different. It's different. For what's different? For good. It's good.
I heard him say Bozy, and I heard him say Ronnie Shields, but I didn't hear him say like Freddie Roach or I'm asking him because is there a certain style of American boxer that he likes? Because we did not hear him say Dan Goosen.
Yeah. What's his favorite style of fighting, man?
¿Cuál es tu favorite estilo, Puma, de boxeo de los americanos? Déjame decirte así, ¿cuál es tu preferido que tú prefieres como un entrenador a un cubano?
O sea,
Ronnie Shields, Ennis, pero mira, hey, what's the name of that guy? Roach?
Freddie Roach.
Freddie Roach.
Freddie Roach, no.
But what about Roger Mayweather?
Hey, Roger Mayweather.
Very good. Special.
Mayweather era un monstruo en el ring.
I like it. I like it. The for what I like it. The trainer, the American trainer is the basic, the Cuban boss, the basic. I like it. So it's not just the basic, pero sí more for más power, más power punch, pero skill, everything. O sea que dile que no tocan lo básico, no lo tocan, lo que hacen es preparar más al boxeador para pegar con más fuerza, para hacerle más maña, para que meta más los codos, tú sabes, y ese tipo de cosas.
Okay, he said that here in the United States, they more or less what he's saying is they show you how to set on your punches.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, doesn't it make sense? I mean, if they have the best amateurs in the world who do the best in the amateurs, and they get paired off with a boxing coach in America that teach them professional style, that's only going to make them the best boxers in the States if they put it all together.
It sounds like he has a specific type of trainer, though, not just any.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like he respects a certain type.
Vince has a question for him too. Go ahead, Vince.
Mi pregunta po, Moro entrenador de Ismael Barosa, mi equipo Filipino boxeador entrenando en su Ignacio.
For Filipino
Moro
guys,
Fernandez.
for Filipino guys, it's good. It's good. The Cuban trainer for the otras nacionalidades is very good. It's very good porque the food, very food, defense, you know, pero, o sea, the Cuban entrenadores por otras nacionalidades es perfecto.
The nombre entrenador of mi equipo y Moro Fernández, entrenador de Ismael Barrosa.
Sí.
Cubano.
Sí. Moro Fernández, Cuban.
That is his trainer.
I got a question. This is a good question. Out of all the Cuban champions, or I mean, out of the top Cubans right now, you got Robezy, you got Andy Cruz, you got David Morrell Jr., you got Tejas. Who's another good Cuban right now? Star. You guys name any others?
Feliciano's coming.
Frank Sanchez
coming.
Yeah, Frank Sanchez. Who's gonna make their mark, bro? Who do you think is gonna be the best out of that whole group, man? That's gonna be like, hey, this is one of the best Cubans to ever fight, man. Because man, these guys are all really good, but who would you put at number one right now? Who do you think's who's very special out of the whole list?
¿Cuál tú crees que es el más especial de los cubanos, los peleadores de Cuba? Mira, King Kong me dijo a mí Morrell.
Mira,
King Kong me dijo
Morrell is the complete. Morrell is complete. Yep. Morrell is power punch, moving defense, y not looking the everything. Is Morrell got too much. The looking is not total. It's too much. But is pulling Adlai Rodriguez.
Yeah.
For me, maybe for me, for 19 years only. So, no tiene el amateur tan pegado. USA, speaking English. So, for me, Adlai Rodriguez in the futuro, maybe is the best boxer, the Cuban professional.
Right. He, like I said, Rodriguez Puli as the best. That's his prediction right there. And you know what? Puma, yo creo que tú estás correcto. Pero Morrell,
question. You got a question in there. You got a question in there from Musically Zoned Boxing. He wants to know what old school boxers do you follow?
¿Cuál boxeadores del tiempo de atrás que tú miras? ¿Sabes? Del tiempo de atrás.
A mí me gustan dos boxeadores, two boxers. And one professional, one amateur. Amateur, Mario Quindelán, the Cuban boxer. Mario Quindelán is, for me, the number one. Mm-hmm. In the professional, Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. for me is special.
Mejor. That's my favorite.
I'd like to ask you one. When I grew up, the hardest boxer from Cuba, I mean, this guy was knocking out heavyweight champions of the world. They wanted him to fight Muhammad Ali. Guy named Teofilo Stevenson. Do you have any memories of him?
This is Oro.
Teofilo?
Yeah. Ask Angel, ask him what he thinks. Angel, ask him what he thinks about Teofilo.
¿Qué tú crees que de Teofilo?
De Teofilo Stevenson.
Es un monstruo.
It's good. It's good for the amateur. Yeah, for amateur. For professional, I don't know. It's no fight the professional. Amateur, very good. For the professional.
Well, he knocked out heavyweight champion John.
Felix Sabon, 3 veces campeón olímpico.
He says Teofimo, we're very good in amateur, but in amateurs. But the thing is that in pro boxing, never went to pro boxing, so we can't find out.
It's different.
Sí, está correcto. Diferente.
12
it's
round.
Different.
The professional is 12 round. So amateur, you got abilities, good 3 round, very good. But in professional, it's too much. It's too much.
See, 3 rounds is different than 12 rounds. That's what he's saying. Yeah. It's different.
Mi padre knockout Cuban Jorge Luis Gonzalez. Dude,
Sí, el padre
know?
se fugó.
Puma, ¿tú conozco de papá de Tim? Tim Witherspoon Sr., de jefe.
Yeah, but he's
terrible.
Campeón, dos campeón, todo mundo. Yeah.
Good.
Dos campeones dos veces.
Larry Holmes.
Yeah. Se fajó con Larry Holmes, se fajó con todo el mundo. Yeah, he was
mi
huge, though.
Jorge Luis Gonzalez in six rounds.
Very
Lo
good.
noqueó en 6 rounds.
Very good, your father. Yeah.
Yeah. Sí,
His father trained with Muhammad Ali, training a sparring partner, Muhammad Ali. Yeah.
Él entrenó con Muhammad Ali.
Wow.
El Tim Witherspoon. Sí, hacer sí.
Hey, can you ask him if
Yeah,
can you
but
ask
Tim
him?
Witherspoon era... Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, Angel was gonna ask if you could ask him if he ever followed Kid Gavilan from back in the day, further back, but the Cuban assassin there.
Tú has fajado a Gavilán, ¿te acuerdas de Cuba?
Sí,
Él also el chocolatico from Cuba. ¿Te acuerdas de Gavilán de Cuba?
Sí, Kid Gavilán.
Hey, viejo, tú sabes.
It's it's on my opinion. It's my opinion. It's personal. But this boss said the long time for Kid Gavilán, Kid Chocolate, Timinio Ramos. It's different right now. Right now, it's maybe I don't know. I mean, I like the boss right now is much complete. The boss is physical, mental, skill, everything. You know,
He's saying everything has changed.
the Kid Gavilan right now, you look, it's difícil right now, champion.
Hey, look, that question on the screen is ready to get it cracking because I've been talking about this for a long time.
Elamar's been waiting. Elamar Lopez, salute to Jesus, and Lance Meyer, everybody in here, Omarito. Go ahead.
What's the question?
What do you guys think of Benavidez versus Morrell, guys? Everybody, we want the battle of the Davids. Man. They can't get the Canelo action, man. They want the battle of the Davids. So, I heard Morrell said that Benavidez is bullshitting, right? Morrell said that there was no offer, right? You sent me a video the other day, Jose.
Yep. Morrell, Puma le mandó un contrato a Benavidez. No contestó. He didn't answer.
Listen,
y
guys.
Mobile ahora quieren quitarle la pelea.
Canelo no fight for Morrell. Canelo never fight Morrell. It's the one. It's never. No. Canelo Morrell, no. Canelo dice no. Benavidez, maybe, pero entiendo que Benavidez está para pelear con Canelo.
Canelo nunca se va.
What the kid we saw last night? What do you think of Jaime at 168?
Oh, Jaime Munguia.
I would like to see that Canelo fight with him.
¿Qué tú crees de la pelea de Fuego?
José tiene la conexión. José de conexión is Wi-Fi is very bad. For the Munguia rider, it's good fight. It's a good fight. On the wins, Munguia wins. For the analyzing the look the Munguia, for me, no is ready for Canelo, Benavidez, Morrell. Munguia is
Morrell Munguia would be a great fight right now.
That's meatloaf with extra sauce on the top. Go ahead and serve them up. I'll watch that. I'm gonna get that knockout right immediately.
Hey, Poodle Suit, are you back, bro? Salute to Poodle Suit in the house.
Salute everybody.
Hey, pretty good. I brought a Mexicano in the house, Puma. I brought one of my friends over. This is Puma, man. He's got a great Cuban boxing channel, man. He's always talking with Morel, with Andy Cruz, Robezy. He's got a good channel, man. Great content. Let me get his channel and put in the link for my people, man.
Not on the panel, but in the chat.
Yeah. You want to ask him any questions, man? We just had Rafael Espinoza, man. We had a Mexican versus a Cuban just recently with Robezy. And I don't know if you have any questions, man.
No, I don't really have any questions. Just in case you need me to translate, man. I'm more than happy, Skywalker.
Oh, okay, for sure. Yeah, where did Jose?
Yeah. Hey, I did have a question. It touches on Cuban boxers just thinking about that amateur system, excuse me, over in Cuba. I guess it's kind of touches on the politics somewhat as well. But I'd imagine, we see the top flight boxers that come out of Cuba. You have your Andy Cruz, you have your I'm trying to think of some of the other ones but any one of them, David Morrell's, Frank Sanchez, etc. But I'd imagine just seeing how they operate in the amateurs, there are a lot more Cuban boxers that could be good or great as pros. Is it still tough for a Cuban boxer to pursue the boxing career if they aren't like the Olympian or the one who is touted as the next great boxer, even though they may have that skill set there in Cuba, just tough getting out of Cuba to be able to pursue that career? Is that still something that is prevalent there?
Quería saber si en Cuba todavía es muy difícil para un cubano no nomás en el amateur, pero ir a profesional. Todavía hay ese impedimento para, no sé si estoy diciendo la palabra correctamente, con permiso, pero ¿es más fácil o todavía es muy difícil para un boxeador cubano a ir a los profesionales?
Es bastante difícil. Y un saludo, bastante difícil por el sistema de lo que es el comunismo que hay. O sea, te cogen los mismos de siempre y son a los únicos que le dan oportunidades. Y eso no va a cambiar hasta que no se caiga esa política que hay en Cuba. El problema de Cuba es la política.
Yeah, he was saying that it's actually the same. It's still very, very difficult for a Cuban amateur to become a professional. They still pick like the same, they give opportunities to the same, athletes year in, year out. And that's not going to change until the political system ends over there. But it's still very, very difficult to become a professional.
As a regular citizen, can you ask him, as a regular citizen, what are the good things about being a Cuban and what are the bad things about being a Cuban?
Ser ciudadano así de Cuba, ¿qué son los pros y los contras de ser cubano? Nomás un ciudadano cubano, ¿qué son los pros y los contras?
Cuba como nación, como tierra, como igual que todo el mundo ama su tierra. Yo personalmente amo mi tierra también. La gente es muy divertida. A pesar de todos los problemas que hay, es muy divertida, pero lo malo es que no puedes decir todo lo que piensas. No lo puedes decir si no te meten en una prisión. No puedes decirle al gobierno de Cuba lo que está mal, porque si no te meten en una prisión. Los boxeadores tienen que boxear bajo el régimen de ellos por obligación. O sea, eso es lo malo, que todo es una idea de un gobierno y hay que hacer lo que ellos digan y punto.
Sorry, he was saying that Cuba is just like any other country. Like Cubans love their country. He loves his country. The only thing about in Cuba is that people normally can't say what they feel. But I mean, it's every like he was saying, the main reason was Cuba. He loves Cuba. It's just it's been so long this system that's in place that there's a lot of restrictions on people. Like he says, like a normal day-to-day people, they feel like their thoughts are restricted.
And what was his route? What was his route to America? Because boxers, they end up having a tournament here, and then they just like run from their coaches, and then that's how they stay here. What was Boxing Kung Flo's path to be in America?
Puma, quería saber cómo usted llegó a llegar a Estados Unidos. ¿Cómo fue tu recorrido de Cuba aquí a Estados Unidos?
It's the momento is the best country. For me, USA is the fucking best country. For me, I love USA. I love USA. Pero en avión, yo vine en avión porque hay un sorteo en Cuba como una lotería. Y entonces mis padres se ganaron el sorteo ese, que es una visa, y como yo era menor de edad, entré en la visa y vinimos en el 2004 o 2005 por ahí.
So he actually came by airplane when he was ¿cuántos años tenía, Puma?
Yo tengo 38, vine con 20.
No.
Aquí
en la visa. Sí, en su visa, que dijo que tenía 14 o 15, no me acuerdo.
No, yo tenía 20 años.
Oh, okay. He was actually 20 when he came on an airplane with a visa. Que usted y su tío, ¿no?
No, mis padres. Fue una lotería.
So, his parents and him, they got placed in a lottery where he got a travel visa to come by airplane. Y cuando ustedes llegaron, se quedaron así desde el principio que llegaron de Cuba. Aquí se quedaron.
Sí, porque vinimos legal. It's legal. One year, one day, the resident, everything, no problem.
Okay.
Tim, I don't know if you know, man, but my mom was actually a victim of some of the Cubans that they sent to America, bro. They let a bunch of people out of prison.
Are you talking about like Scarface style?
No, bro, listen. This whole Griselda thing, that's very real, bro. They let a bunch of people out of jail. They put them on the boats, sent them to America. A lot of them ended up dealing with the Colombian cartels. A lot of them spread out through the United States during the cocaine trade. And there was some people that got here naturally, you know what I'm saying? And then, they got their citizenship that way. But that whole era thing is something that should be explored and talked about a little bit more. And to be honest, I see how, like, historically, what happened with the trade. And like we recently just got Cuba was put back on the ban list. It was open for a little while for us to be able to go there. But then with the Trump presidency, they got it back out. But they got to smuggle athletes out of there, bro. Like, it's human trafficking. Baseball teams will go down there and send some people in there to smuggle a guy out, get him to Mexico and get him through the border just to come play baseball. And sometimes they get caught, bro.
Right.
It's wild, man.
You're talking Scarface shit there.
No, and listen, man, there's some truth behind that.
Oh yeah, I was alive and kicking. I remember when I think it was Jimmy Carter. He allowed all the prisoners, all the went to the mental asylum. They all came there, and South Florida was going fucking crazy. Murders, drugs. I mean, it was nuts for a while. I remember that time. I think it was like late 70s, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yep. My mother was a victim of that. So I have some information about that, but
you want to tell them?
Yeah. Shit.
Hey, one of my favorite Cuban boxers, Joel Casamayor. Any memories of Joel? He was supposed to get a crack at Floyd, but he fought everybody else except Floyd. Man, he couldn't get that Mayweather fight.
Yeah.
We need that translation.
Pearl, ask him that question. Ask him about Joel.
Can you repeat the question again, Bruce? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Ask him if he has any thoughts on Joel Casamayor.
Quería saber, Bruce, qué son sus pensamientos de Joel Casamayor. ¿Cómo lo ve de jugador?
Por lo menos boxeador fue de los mejores que ha dado Cuba en el profesional. Un gran boxeador, Joel Casamayor. Como entrenador, hay que ver el tiempo. El tiempo es el único amigo que es el que te dice si estás haciendo las cosas bien o mal. De momento hay que ver cómo sería Joel Casamayor de entrenador.
So he says that the boxer, Bruce, like he's one of the best that Cuba's ever produced.
I was just with him. You guys remember I had that celebrity boxing match. He was there with a fighter, man, and he took a picture with me. The nicest guy, man, and he wanted to hang out with everybody and chill. Joe Casamayor is one of the nicest boxers I've ever met.
He fought everybody, man. Everybody. Undefeated, Nate Campbell, guys like that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oscarino Frias, man. That fight on HBO was a classic.
So, yeah.
Hey, what's the deal with Andy Cruz right now? I want to ask him, Puro Sudo, what's going on? Because I heard he was suing Matchroom or something like that. Is he having a problem with his promoters right now?
Puma, quería saber si usted sabe cualquier cosa de qué está pasando con Andy Cruz, que él oyó que tenía unos problemas con su promotor, con Matchroom.
No, con Matchroom no. Con Matchroom no.
Okay. No, it's not Matchroom. So
¿No tiene nada de problemas, Andy? ¿Hasta ahorita están buscando oponente?
He was suing somebody.
No. Andy pelea ahora en febrero, el 24 de febrero pelea Andy. El problema que tuvo es con el copromotor, que tuvieron un problema, ya están en la corte la demanda, pero con Matchroom y Eddie Hearn todo está bien.
Yeah, Tim, he was saying that he actually has a fight scheduled el 24 de febrero, dijo, ¿verdad, Puma?
Yeah.
The 24th of February. He says the actual lawsuit was against his co-promoter. That he says he has no issues with Matchroom, and right now with the co-promoter, it's the lawsuit is actually in the court system.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard something about that, so I didn't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Is there? Can you ask him if there is and forgive my ignorance, if there's a female boxing system in Cuba?
Okay. Quería saber, el Tim, que si hay un sistema de boxeadores mujeres en Cuba o solo hombres.
Mujeres, no. Ahora es que más o menos se están abriendo un poquito más, pero antes solamente hombres.
Yeah, he says little by little the females are starting to trickle in, but yeah, before there's actually just men. So it's mostly men, but little by little they're starting to be more and more female fighters.
Now, was that law or was that just culturally that women don't box?
Quería saber si esa era contra la ley que las mujeres no puedan boxear o nomás era algo cultural de Cuba.
No, si el gobierno no lo acepta, como te digo, si el gobierno no lo acepta, o sea, dice que las mujeres no, las mujeres no pueden boxear y ya, punto.
Yeah, no, it's just been it was a government, that wouldn't allow females to compete.
Right.
El gobierno es todo. Si el gobierno dice no, sí, that's it. El gobierno es todos los pensamientos, everything to life, everything. El gobierno dice tú haces esto y tú vas a hacer esto. That's it.
Now,
Yeah,
does
that's what he was saying.
Does he think that it's possible that we will see more female fighters in the future?
I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit. Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
I said, do you think that he thinks that it's possible that we'll see more Cuban female fighters in the future?
Quería saber si usted, en su opinión, cree que es posible haber más y más boxeadores femeniles en Cuba.
Ojalá.
Y hope.
Mi sueño y el sueño de la mayoría de los cubanos es ver a una Cuba libre de esa dictadura que tienen allá ese gobierno para poder intercambiar todo tipo de cultura.
Yeah, he says his ultimate dream for him is to have a free Cuba, and to get rid of the oppressive government that they have there, so they can start incorporating more sports into the country.
Yeah. Tú sabes qué lindo sería ver entrenadores americanos, entrenadores mexicanos, con boxeadores cubanos, cada tipo de boxeadores, unir la cultura. Yo creo que mientras más unión haya, y Cuba, en mi opinión, creo que es un país que boxísticamente tiene su legado y su cultura, y estando libre de ese sistema, creo que vamos a enriquecer un poquito más de lo que es este boxeo.
Yeah, he says if you can imagine, just like if Cuba didn't have such an oppressive government where they restrict everything, especially in boxing, and it was just open to like have Mexican trainers, American trainers, boxers from all walks of life come to Cuba. Cuba has its own legacy, years, and then he says that a free Cuba, you would see like they would rapidly catch up to the rest of the world, and
Yeah. Elamar says that says blessings, man. Hope the situation gets better in no time. Yeah, that's good, man.
Elamar. Muchas bendiciones.
Gracias. Thank you. Hey, guy, the hair, very, very thank you. Is the good, very, very, very good guys, very, very good channel. Skywalker, my bro, is the family,
Well, my brother, man. Amor, man.
Every people here every family is fanatic. The best for his policy. Hey, guys, invitation. Thank you.
Much love, man.
We'll pay you back. See you.
Buenas noches.
That was cool.
That was great.
That was good. I'm right behind them, guys. I got to get out of here, too. I got to finish this last 3 seconds of this football game.
Yeah. Hey, man, y'all done escaped up out of here this week without me getting into what happened with PBC, bro. I'm ready to look on that.
My bad, man. But
it looks like the 49ers won, huh?
Yeah, they did. Skywalker, next week, we got Suuchi Hayashi.
Yes. We did Cuban. We're going to do Japanese next weekend.
We're doing Japanese next week. His son is going to probably be on helping us translate. I think that his English is good enough that even if you guys don't understand, I can translate it. He's been someone that's interviewed my family since I've been about 10 years old. He's been in the Anue camp, and now the what's his name, Juntu?
Juntu Nakatani.
Yeah, Nakatani. Junto.
Right now.
Yeah. I say like a Mexican, especially with the J, but.
So we're gonna have very good interviews. This is somebody who's been with Emmanuel Stewart. He's been with Aaron Pryor and like a whole bunch of people. So next week should be a very good episode, guys.
Yeah, he seems real educated. As a journalist, he's so pretty cool, man. We're gonna get somebody that's been in the camp with Nakatani recently, and like you said, he's done a lot of journalism, man, with boxing as well.
He got me my sponsorship with Mizuno. I never wore another shoe but Mizuno because of Gucci as a professional. So he's got connections. He's a really good guy, and I'm looking forward to it.
I used to have a Japanese subscriber, man. I haven't seen him in a while, but Vince.
We're gonna get some more now. We're gonna get some more.
Vince speaks some Japanese.
It's important for Vince it's important for Vince to be on next week because he really likes Filipino boxing as well.
Vince has a lot of history with a lot of Japanese talent.
I'm guaranteeing you they've probably crossed paths before. He's probably been at the same stadiums that Vince's fought at. With this fight. So next week will be good, guys. I'll see you later. Ernest, I'm sorry both of our teams are out, but at least we can
I don't have a team anymore, bro. I'm done. I told all my stuff. Yeah, bro. All my stuff is going to the thrift shop.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
All right, see you later.
All right. Yeah. Alan Feister, shout out my brother from Nebraska. He's from Bud Crawford's hometown out there, man.
Oh, right. Man.
Oh, and my man Teach. Shout out to my man Teach out there.
What do you do, brother? Hey, we haven't covered. Do you guys have time? Let's cover the Jaime Munguia card last night, man. We didn't do it. We were talking. We had a Cuban segment. You guys have a few minutes? You want to talk it over? Or?
I'm game for whatever.
Let's do it.
Yeah. I know you spoke about it earlier. 86 had a show earlier. You guys check out 86 Boxing, man. He has a great channel. And he did a segment earlier, him and Boz, man. It was good. What'd you guys think of Munguia, man? Is he ready for Canelo?
No.
That was a question. That was a question.
Canelo, but he's definitely ready for some of the top echelon at 168. There's about 8 fighters that we can name that that are all. I mean, we've all been clamoring to see them fight each other, and we put Munguia right in that group.
Yeah, man. I mean, they should fight each other. I mean, they're all in the top 10, top 5. They should fight each other. That's what the sport is about. It's about competing. Whether we think he can win or lose or not, that's what the fight is made for. You go in there to find out. I personally happen to think he's lunch meat because he has a record like them South Africans. They got all South Africans on there and like 40 knockouts. You know what I mean? But he showed a little something last night. I mean, he got some dirty tactics behind him that he got away with, but he showed that he could thump with the guys. But that was like his first fight at 168, right?
I don't know if it was his first. He fought Derevchenko.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Derevchenko.
He definitely showed he can be hit. John Ryder is a seasoned veteran. I think he's seen his better days. I think that fight with Canelo, I think that took a little bit out of him. It wasn't the best John Ryder that we've seen. It wasn't the John Ryder that fought Daniel Jacobs. Because fighters they peak fast. Careers they're crazy. You know, fighter can be at the top of his game, and 2 years later, he's an also ran. But
I can answer that, Cool Breeze. Moreau, he's not. He hasn't had that many fights yet, though. That's
let me finish before I forget what I was saying, man. I was going to say Munguia on that performance last night. He's got to fight somebody like Berlanga. He's got to fight somebody like David Morrell. Those fights are like right now they could be made. And if PBC doesn't put them together, if Eddie Hearns and the Zone doesn't put them together, man, let His Royal Highness Turkey Al Sheikh put them together in Saudi Arabia.
Better
be it's the PBC. They're bringing somebody from 154 up to fight him. Like,
yeah, not in agreement with that. But yeah, I thought Munguia looked good. I think he's a lot better than when he first started. When he was a bit younger, he seems to be entering or in his prime right now. How much better he'll get? Maybe a little bit in terms of some of the technical stuff with Freddie Roach. He showed a little bit of that in the first round. But, you know, he can also get into a dogfight as well. And I think throw him in there with anyone at 168, even if it were Canelo, whether he beats him, different story. But maybe he can do something that really irks Canelo and really drags him into one of those dogfights, you know, we haven't seen from Canelo in a good minute. But, you know, that's what I would say about it. But I do like the progress that Munguia has made thus far compared to where he was when he first popped on the scene.
I noticed that with Freddie Roach too. That was his first fight with Freddie Roach, wasn't it? He had he had Eric Morales training him before that. Yeah. And I mean, he had a good repertoire. They were in the corner. They had a translator. They were just real smooth. And man, and my bro out there mentioned Mobili and Jaime Munguia. That would be a great fight right there, man.
Exciting. Potential fight of the year type candidate again right there.
That's a good one, champ.
Yeah, and it's pretty much they're kind of like on the same track, you know what I mean? Like that's a good fight, man.
And you got
Roman won them Telemundo rings, them 16 by 16.
Oh, bro, and we got Caleb Plants in there waiting in the wings for a fight. We got Big Charlo, if he's gonna fight Canelo, I don't know. Nobody even wants to see that fight.
Hopefully not.
But he's definitely he can't fight any more chumps. There ain't no more fucking Jose Benavidez Juniors out there, man. He's got to go. He's got to fight at one of these top contenders. And like I said, there's about 8 of them. Yeah. And they got to fight each other right now, man. We're not going to settle for anything less.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a decent fight, man. I kind of expected the outcome, man, late round. Collazo impressed me the most in the whole card as far as performances. Yes. He was flawless. Like, he fought a perfect fight, got his opponent out of there. He didn't make a mistake. He looked good. Like, yeah, Collazo.
He's a hard hitter for a little dude, bro. Like, he got some heavy hands.
He reminded me of Alexis Arguello. He had that same style, elbows in tight, throwing the straight punches, right hand. and he looked just like him. And I was saying that because the guy that he was fighting was from Nicaragua, and I would be thinking he'd have the style of Aguayo, but no, man. Collazo, very impressive, very impressive.
Yeah, I've seen him in a number of fights here, and yeah, I felt that, or I feel that he has the potential to be something special as far as the great Puerto Rican fighters. And he's fighting at minimum weight, of course, 105 pounds. Often those guys don't get the proper shine that they probably deserve just because they're smaller and don't get as many of those TV opportunities. But in the world of streaming and all that stuff, we get to see a bit more, I would say, than what would have been in the past in some sense. But I think he has the making of something pretty special, and he can carry the torch there as a champion for Puerto Rico. They continue to keep him on TV, continue to get that competition in there. I think he's got a fan-friendly style as well, as you all were kind of alluding to. So I like what I've seen from Collazo thus far.
He's on the right platform for it. I remember one year, I think Tevin Farmer fought like 5 or 6 times in a year. And he's saying he wants to fight like 5 times this year. So I'm pretty sure Eddie will make that happen.
Oh, yeah.
Sports predictions. Shout out, bro.
Salute. Yeah, that was an amazing fight, man. He knocks people out. Usually in that weight class, man, you don't got too many knockout artists, and he delivers knockouts, man. And he's sharp, man. So
hey, how about Fondora's sister, bro?
Yeah.
That was a terrible ending, bro. That just it looked like her opponent caught a thumb in the eye. She kind of like turned around. You can't turn around anyway, but she did. And Fondora threw a couple of punches behind the head and in the back, and the referee just jumps in there and stops the fight. He doesn't even take 1 second to look at her. De La Hoya and B-Hop, they had smiles on their faces, man. I think they see big money in Lady Fondora.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, aside from the old girl turning her back and giving her back up, well, I mean, what do you think about Gabby aside from that? I mean, how do you feel about her style?
It was a boring fight, man. They both look like a couple of freaking girls fighting each other. I didn't see any talent in there. They both looked like they were like very stiff. I'm not a fan of women's boxing, and that fight did not entice me anymore to become a fan.
Oh,
yeah, I'm a fan. I thought it was a pretty good fight for overall there, Bruce. I thought you had interesting style class because Gabriella, she brings it on offense. It made it not seem like she has a lot of wrinkles, but when she started to cut that ring off, then she really started to lay into Cruz a bit. But Cruz, man, she could move, and she's 41, and she was boxing well in there in a way that allowed for her to actually set up some pretty solid shots where she was making Gabriella miss and ducking out of there while landing her stuff as well. So I thought it was a good, interesting style clash, and I had Fondora coming on at the tail end. I actually had it 86, 85, I believe. I was scoring it right there before the stoppage, so I would have had Fondora winning because she was winning that last round as well. And I see my camera's froze. I'm going to fix that.
Okay.
I'm with you, 86. I had Cruz. I had her winning up to.
Hey, she was old, but she's game, man. That 41 years old, she looked pretty good. Fuck, for 41-year-old chick, man.
She had some nice counter shots.
Come on. You saw what that guy did to Clarissa Shields, bro. That guy was a scrub from the one shot boom. Come on. I can't get emotionally. I can't get excited about seeing a couple of women fighting it out, man. I guess I'm I like to say a traditionalist. You might say a chauvinist and other words you can throw in there, but I just can't get excited about seeing women fight each other.
That's cool, man. Everybody has their own thing.
Yeah. I got him into bare knuckle in the beginning. He didn't want to watch that shit. He was like, "Man, bro, I want my boxing." But then he got into it, man. They had a good bare knuckle fight, man, here in Albuquerque. Yeah, it went down in Albuquerque this weekend. Tickets were expensive. They're gonna have another show in March coming to Albuquerque, but this is a prospect series, and it was good, man. Good fights. We had karate combat. That's on YouTube. You guys can check that out on YouTube. And those are good fights.
Hey, you know what else was on last night? My favorite WWE event. That was the Royal Rumble. And you hear what happened? You hear what happened to Vince McMahon, bro?
Hey, listen,
yeah.
man.
Oh,
I put something
wow.
on my Facebook about that. That's a scumbag.
Bro. So the girl said he took a dump on her, and he made her keep it on her, and he made her have sex with John Laurinaitis. I mean, dude, it's like
You didn't listen, R. Kelly.
it's in the text, and it's
No, bro, it's bad. It's bad, Skywalker. Me and my wife watched the thing today, man. The allegations against him are.
He ain't gonna get out of this one alive.
Damn,
He even settled out of court with her for $3 million, and he only gave her $1 million, and that negated the settlement. So she came public with it, and man, I mean, it's disgusting the shit that he did, and not only that, but it breaks federal law, state law. Vince could do serious time for this man. He's like a Jeffrey Epstein, man.
But you got to think about it. The parent organization, the TKO, they are responsible for the UFC also. That slap league, all that stuff. All those people are tied in, and they make these people sign these NDAs, and it's like some legal corporate sex trafficking, bro. Like Brock Lesnar was in on that. You know, I think this is big enough that it should do damage to WWE and UFC. Anybody associated with them, it should do damage.
Well, see, the WWE, they've been involved in this before. You guys remember years ago, man, the Pat Patterson sexually molesting young ring boys, and there was a big thing on that. It was on not Jerry Springer.
Jerry Springer.
It was on the talk shows. It was on the serious talk shows. But Vince has been through those kind of scandals, and chances are when you go through 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them, you're kind of guilty. Vince he's got to be a crazy bastard over there. They have to have an insane organization to have that stuff going on, and that girl, man, I don't know if she's telling the truth. That's just so crazy bizarre. But one thing I got to say though, last night was the Royal Rumble, and that went on without a hitch, man. I mean, I watched it this afternoon. They didn't mention anything about it.
We'll never support that stuff, man.
Can you sing this, Ernest, real quick? Can they poop, drip, drip, drip? Wanna poop on you?
Bruce, do you know that they made him quit? They made him quit. They made him leave. That's what happened because of these charges. Vince McMahon told him, "Bye. You gotta leave."
He left the first time. The first time he had to leave, but he came back and they put it in his contract, so he can't be fired. Like he literally can't. He can avoid jail. He cannot be fired, and he still owns that company. He still has a big ownership.
He
can avoid jail. How do you do that? Give me that.
The same way the people on Epstein's list avoided jail.
First of all, he can't. He has no say whether he avoids jail or not. If they say you're going to jail, you're going to jail. So
who's gonna put him in jail though, bro? The people
gonna put him in jail. I just told you, man. He's in violation of kidnapping, of sexual slavery. I mean, there's all kind of serious federal things that he's facing that he can do time for. They're portraying him like a Jeffrey Epstein, minus shit and stuff like that. And man,
so out of the Epstein thing, out of the thousands of girls that got sex trafficked and all those customers, how many people ended up in jail, Bruce?
None.
The boss Epstein himself ended up in jail. And
what about the people who were committing the crime?
Well, what situation are you talking about? I'm talking about
any of them. I mean, just any of them. The real question is why do rich people or wealthy people have immunity for these sexual crimes? And why are they all involved in them?
Great attorneys.
Money rules, bro.
Yeah, money controls everything.
Man, that stuff makes my blood boil, man.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
But Vince isn't getting away with it though, bro. I mean, before
he's been doing this for how long now? I mean, we're talking 20, 30 years. How many people, how many secretaries, how many assistants, how many girls that needed a job came to their organization that got jammed up and got damaged and signed the NDA?
Oh yeah, Vince is a rat, no doubt about it, man.
Man, I swear to God, if I ever saw him walking down the street, I'd punch him straight in his throat.
Well, first of all, you'd end up like Johnny Cagg. He's a 80-year-old man, so you can't punch him in the throat because that's.
Yes, you can. You can punch him right in the throat. I don't care if he's 90 in a wheelchair with a peg leg. If you did some stuff like that, you could get punched in the throat.
But look at Vince McMahon. He's on
it's a felony, man. Don't be a fool. I'm telling you, you can't. You cannot just somebody.
So is that sexual molestation stuff you're getting away with? Those are felonies. Those motherfuckers need to get punched in the throat, choked out, dragged down the street. Whatever. They need to get the worst crimes, bro. Okay. They need to get the pool stick. They need to get the pool stick broke off in that ass.
Break his jaw.
Yeah. Bro, you be the vigilant, man. We need.
Hey, man. I wouldn't want nothing like that to happen to my mom, my sister, or anybody else's moms or sisters or females in their family. So, you know, you gotta draw the line somewhere, bro.
They do that to my daughter. Hey, that fool, you're gonna die. I'm being serious. I don't care.
Oh, the cell match before he really goes.
No, I have one daughter. That's it. No, don't play games with my family.
Hey man, Jose had the guns out tonight, bro. You like you could go noodling with a swordfish, like. But you bench press, Jose bench pressing 450, man.
No, 405. I could do it like 18 times.
Oh wow.
18 times? That's more than you can do it 18 times, 405, 18 reps.
I'm 48.
It's on.
Well, you just said 405 for 18 reps. That's
yeah.
Hey, Bruce, you gotta see his guns when he was younger, bro. I ain't lying, bro.
I don't give a fuck, bro. I was a power lifter. I worked powerlifting. I'll take my hat off to it if you can do it for 1 rep. But 18 reps, bro, that's the NFL combines. 350-pound linemen can't do that for 18, 19 reps.
You don't know shit.
I'm 200 pounds. That's it. It's just years and years and years, guys. It's just years and years.
You double your weight on a bench for 19 reps? Come on.
No, years is years and years of working out and eating. You gotta eat like a tank. I'll give you $1,000 if you can, in front of me, if you can bench 405 for 19 reps.
Oh, hey, that's that legally binding.
Bruce is the biggest one too.
405, 19 clean reps.
Do you know what they do in Bruce in college? They do 225 to see how many times you can do it. It's 225.
Yeah. And
they're 36. I can do 36. 15.
You're talking double that weight, bro.
Yeah, but 405 it's years and years and years of just working out. I've been
you're a strong man, bro, but you're not Superman. So let's keep it.
I'm 18 inches, Bruce.
Bruce on the gas, man. You know.
Hey, he a lot of Jose had the guns though, man. Fuck it. He's like the Rock, bro. Shit.
Bro, I'm telling you, my problem is that honestly, I eat like a tank.
Bruce is big too, bro. Hey, Bruce, show them the pictures of you when you were younger, man. People trip out.
Nah, that's all yesterday. But even as good as I look, man, I could bench 300 for maybe 3 reps, 4 reps if I was lucky, and I couldn't get any higher than that. Even like my max 1 rep was just a little over 300, 320 maybe. But Jose, if you can do 405 for 19 reps, man, you would make Guinness Book of World Records, bro.
No, Bruce, let me tell you, you don't even want to learn. You don't even want to hear how much I can squat. Squat is what makes you strong.
I used to love to squat, bro. I loved it, man. I could squat. I could squat 475, 500 on a good day for singles. But squatting, you know, that's not like bench pressing. Squatting, you can do crazy weights. Bench is a little bit different.
But squatting gives you your whole body more power.
Oh
more
yeah, and deadlifts too, bro.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They do. You know what? Military press, awesome. Makes your freaking shoulders wide. Bruce, I was 5'7", 230 pounds when I was 25. Roided. No, I was roided up. I was roided up.
You put it right to the WWE, bro.
That's the truth. I'll tell you the truth. I was roided up. Destroying it. I'm telling you. I was hitting baseballs 500 feet.
Listen, I'm a fan of
Ridiculous.
steroids. See, I have a different perspective on it. I think if everybody's using it, it's cool. I want to see track people use steroids. I want to see how fast a human can possibly run. You know, I want to see that. I want to see how far someone could jump. I mean, I don't know about fighting. I think fighting is a bit different, but I want to see how far a human could jump, how high, how fast they run. I think they should legalize it in track. I'm trying to see somebody do something stupid, run out of their skin.
What's the name of that Canadian guy that you was flying and he got caught?
Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Right there. You see, he broke every record.
Hey, and when they did a documentary about him, they asked him about it. He said, "Hey, I lined up with the fastest people in the world, and I won."
Yeah.
Devon Hester. Remember Devon Hester?
Yeah.
Devon Hester. I raced him in high school. He couldn't beat me.
Oh, yeah. The NFL guy, Devin Hester.
That's a fast boy, man.
Devon. Yeah. He flew. No, he played here at UM. Then he went to Chicago.
Yeah.
That guy, he couldn't beat me. I couldn't beat him though. Nope. You know, there was a guy here called Anthony Gator. It was his last name, but he was only 160 pounds. That guy beat me. That guy flew.
That's 375 before, Bruce. Well, how many reps?
One? Strong guy.
So
Picasso.
he's
a gym rat, bro. He was born in the gym, bro. Picasso's always working out. Karate man, bodybuilder.
You know why I work out? To sleep. So I can sleep. Or else I'll stay up the whole night.
Souls is Barry Bonds, big man, smashing that ball was great. Yeah. Baseball, that was good, man. That was when we had all them home runs, man. Shit was nice, man. They were breaking records, man. Mark McGuire.
Hey, man, I ain't saying that. I'm not. Listen, Barry Bonds never popped hot, and I don't think it's fair for us to betroth his name that way. He never popped hot, so they just hating on it because he broke them people's records, and they didn't want the record broke by somebody that looked like him. So no, if he didn't pop hot, put that man in the Hall of Fame and give him his Wheaties box cover. You feel me? That's it.
He never tested positive.
So So Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, all them dudes. I'm sorry.
Hey Bruce,
Barry Bonds was hitting the ball into the water from in the stadium, out of the stadium into the water. That's what I want to see in sports.
Bruce had a debate with one of my friends, man, Robert the Genius, one time. Robert came on. Remember Robert the Genius? And you guys were talking about
what happened to him, bro?
Steroids, man. Yeah, about if a fighter should, if they should be allowed. It was a whole discussion him and Bruce had. That shit was bro.
What's your perspective? I mean, in fighting, I say no in fighting.
How about
I think it's a major health risk.
I'm against them in general, bro.
Yeah.
Unless a doctor prescribes them, they're dangerous. Because see when me and Angel did them back in the 90s, we didn't know the side effects. But now you're seeing people who did them back then. These guys are dying young. They're having enlarged hearts. They're having liver failure. They're having diabetes, all kind of shit. And the fucking thing is, the common denominator is they all did steroids.
Blood pressure, high blood pressure.
What game they played, what sport they were in. Back in the 90s, they were doing fucking cycles all the time. People weren't going off. They were on them. They were doing testosterone up the ass, like it was a regular thing. And they were huge, like the baseball players, like Barry Bonds, like fucking Mark McGwire, like Jose Canseco. But now we're educated. We see what happened to those guys. You look at those guys today, man. Ronnie Coleman, Mr. Olympia. The guy needs a fucking walker, bro. He needs a wheelchair. And this guy
was giving that man horse steroids though. He was in he was an experiment.
No. He wasn't taking.
Man, listen, I follow Ronnie. I followed his.
I know people who know. I know people who know him, bro. I was
living in Dallas.
Well, you remember his wife, Vicky?
He was huge.
They were both cops, bro. They were both fucking Dallas cops. Yeah. And he was getting his fucking stuff in a pipeline coming from New England, coming from Massachusetts. And this guy's on duty and he's selling it to other fucking cops so he can afford to get his for free. But he wasn't getting anything veterinary. He was getting pharmaceutical steroids, getting testosterone, growth hormone, fucking Sustanon 250, and fucking what was his other favorite one?
Doratesto, Serpenate, Anadrol, Serostin.
But anyway, man, all those guys now, they're fucked. They did things that they wish they didn't do today. And the ones that are alive, they're not half what they used to be, and a lot of them are fucking dead. Heart attacks, fucking kidney failure, liver failure, all kind of fucked up things that happen.
Bruce, high blood pressure, Bruce. High blood pressure.
Oh,
That's what I got. That's the gift I got.
High pressure for sure.
Yeah, man. When I was in college, we actually covered that story. I mean, we covered information on, anabolic steroids and things like that. And my professor, who was from Europe, she stated that steroids would be most beneficial if they were taken around the time that people hit puberty. She stated that would be the most beneficial time to use them, is right around puberty. And anything after that would be bad. And it does kind of seem like there are people who take advantage of that in high school and they reap the benefits of it until they make it to college. We saw some stories like that.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I got my scholarship. I went to college for baseball. I used them. They used me for baseball. I used them to become an oceanographer. But the thing is, you see, hey guys, that thing destroys your mind. Yeah. You start thinking different. You become a real piece of work to leave it like that.
Yeah, Jesus brought up a good point. Credit to the fighters before the 60s, right, Bruce?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Just look at the way the bodies are developed. Totally different. You look at Sugar Ray Robinson and Jake LaMotta and Henry Armstrong. They didn't have the popping shoulders. They didn't have the big pectorals, the big chest muscles. They just had that. They were just naturally gifted, and they didn't fuck around with steroids or other illegal supplements.
You see them dudes that be injecting like motor oil into their muscles.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna step out, fellas, but I'll catch the next one for sure. I'll listen in. Salute to all y'all. It was good stuff.
86, Big Josh. I'll see you later, my brother.
All right.
Thumbnail, man. Thank you.
No problem.
What they inject in their arms it's an oil, but it's a medium MTC oil. It's called. It's a medium chain triglyceride, and it's called synthol, and it's injected into muscles, and it's bodybuilders were using it to touch up weak spots, and it was actually not as obvious, but then these other freaks got a hold of it, and you see these guys in magazines that got arms the size of watermelons, and that's it. Like regular, that's it. No chest,
only
no nothing.
Arm, a big arm.
and you can see further where some of these guys had fucking cysts and fucking all kind of problems trying to get it out of their arms, infections and abscesses, and some even lost their fucking arm, had amputation. But yeah, man, I saw that stuff first came out. I knew guys that were, especially black guys, they were putting in their calves. Because black guys historically they have weak calves, and they were top NPC bodybuilders. I'm not gonna name any fucking names, but I know guys who did that, and then they just started getting out of hand with it. They started putting it in their arms and their triceps. But it's crazy because you're actually injecting this fucking oil that you're paying like $430 for a bottle of it, taking it out with a syringe, and it's painful as hell too. If you hit a vein or something, I mean, these
Bruce,
guys
that's,
are.
you know what the name of that is, Bruce? Just Google pump and pose.
Oh yeah,
gets
pump
you
and
also-
pose,
That's it
or
right there.
Synthol. Yeah, pump and pose was one of
That's the name of it. Yeah, I know
Synthol
exactly what
was
you're talking
another
about.
one. They had a bunch of names of it, but yeah, it was nasty shit, man. And plus, it wasn't sterile either. Some people got wicked bad infections from it because I mean, like I said, it was intramuscular. You had to put it in, and you had to use a big needle because it's an oil. It's a very thick oil, and I don't know if you know anything about injecting oil-based drugs, but you have to have a big needle. If it's a small needle, it gets clogged up. You can't fucking push the shit through there.
12
So
gauge.
yeah, exactly. 12 gauge.
Like Winstrol. It's water-based.
But it's fucking it's nasty, man. I'll tell you. That fucking oil you was talking about, bro. You don't want to go near that shit, man.
Yeah, he's correct.
Let's shout out Kuyong Joseph. He came in. He wants to. Oh yeah. Can I get a? What's up, brother? Hit the link, Joseph. Yeah, that's
man.
Casemiro right there.
How do you guys feel about this Tim Tszyu and Keith Thurman fight?
Tim Tszyu is gonna destroy him.
I know the outcome, but it's still a good fight, bro. Because Thurman, he's a former champ as well. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta give him his respect, man. Even though the inactivity and after the Pacquiao loss, Thurman hasn't been the same, right? But
Yeah.
I think it's still good. It's good on paper, right? Because he's a former champion. He's got experience. I don't think Thurman's.
And plus, though, my friend Carlos Mendoza, the drunk Irishman, pointed out there's three title fights on that card. You got Fundora fighting for a vacant WBC title, and you got Pitbull Cruz and Rolly on the card. So it's going to be entertaining as hell, man. I mean, shit, we'll sit right here and watch the fucking thing, you know? I mean,
Rolly always throws a show.
definitely, man. And there's another title fight on the card too. So it's definitely PBC is trying to make some money right now. They have limited TV dates. Al Heyman is got to do what he can. I don't know people are going to buy this fight. I just don't see it.
I mean,
let's face it. I haven't bought a fight. That's why so many people say, "Oh, you're affecting the fight industry." I'm not affecting the fight industry. I have not purchased a fight since the fucking 80s, man. I ran Barkley and Thomas Hearns, and even that didn't come in good. I got ripped off in that. So I've been streaming them, black boxing them, however I can get them. But this is the way I watch fights, so I can't complain about what they give me. I'm just gonna watch it and enjoy it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to fucking Tim Tszyu and fucking what's his face, man. One time
I'm looking for Casemiro and Inoue. I got Team Casemiro in the house. What's up, my brother?
Hey, how was everyone here? Good evening.
Hey, my friend, Joseph.
What's going on?
What's up?
What's cracking?
Me.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So I think for me, I think for Thurman to fight Tim Tszyu, I think it's a win-win situation for Thurman because he's going up to another weight class and he's challenging one of the top dogs. I think it's good for him. For Tim Tszyu, I don't think it's good. To be honest, there's no reason that somebody should be fighting for one of the WBC belt because Jermell Charlo should have just fought Tim Tszyu to begin with, right? So I think that whole situation's jammed up. And then when you talk about Rolly versus Pitbull, Pitbull is like 5'4", bro, and he's going to be fighting at 140 pounds. What happens if Pitbull Cruz knocks Rolly out? And he very well might do that. Is Pitbull going to stay at 140 pounds and fight Matias or Haney or Teofimo? or is he
Right.
going to go back to 135 and then there's another belt just out there in the wind?
Yeah.
So
We
I
are
don't.
Maybe I can answer that.
We're in an age of rehydration.
Maybe I can
Rolly,
answer that.
well, I was going to answer. Go ahead. I was going to answer. I'll answer it after you.
I think it's more where the money is. I'll go there where the money is. I don't care what division.
Right.
Agree?
So
I
money.
don't think Pitbull has a chance. He's too small. Rolly's going to rehydrate. He's probably going to come in there at a middleweight. Pitbull is stretching to make 140. He's lucky if he comes in at 142.
If you really think about it nowadays, when you think about Ali time and Tyson time, we don't have this fantasy wannabe dream fight game where Mayweather's doing like crossbreed fight. We don't see this shit before.
Right.
Now this like becomes it becomes like a Coney Island. It's like a circus.
Right.
Yeah. I don't like it personally.
Yep. So don't be surprised if Garcia is fighting against what's his name, Davies or whatever, and they don't have belt, but they're just there for money and popularism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what, Bruce? I'm gonna call it right now. I'm gonna say Pitbull sleeps Rolly. Rolly's gonna be on his face the same way Tank put him on his face. I'm calling it right now, and it's not even fight week. I think Pitbull's gonna sleep him. That Pitbull can crack, man. He punches from his ankles through he can crack. And Rolly has already shown that he can't take that punch.
Let me tell you guys something before I leave, because I just want to say hi to everyone.
Yeah.
If you really think about the record of Pitbull or any Mexicans, whatever Mexican does in Mexico, citizen of Mexico, they are almost like Filipino. Why did I say that? Why did I say that? The way they manipulate, the way the money is controlled, the way the money is so low, they cannot get out of Mexico. I know that. I go to Tijuana every weekend. Ask him.
Yeah. No, I see you there. Yeah, he's in San Diego, so he's over there in the boxing gym.
I went to every single gym there. I know exactly what's going on. That was the first time I found out that in Mexico they have a fight. Okay, everyone knows there's a fight, but guess what? They don't know who they're fighting with. Can you believe that?
That's wild. That's like
exactly
amateur style.
Whatever style it is. I mean, you want to fight? No, you don't know who you're fighting with.
Yeah.
So that's all I can say, guys. I mean, I'll give you guys more inputs for Casimiro, but right now, I'm going after Stephen. I'm gonna go live and talk shit about him because he talked shit about me.
Oh man.
So this is like a never-ending thing, and I hope you guys understand. And all I can say to you guys, do not believe that person named Well. He is the cancer of social media. That's all I can say. Respect to everyone. Salute.
I respect you, man. Hey, peace, brother.
Bye-bye.
No stress on it, Joe.
I'm not. Look at me, man.
Smoke you a joint, man. Enjoy it, man.
That's the problem of those people, if you think about it. We smoke, we chill. They don't.
Yeah. That's the difference.
Peace.
Yeah. All right, peace, brother.
Yeah, Bruce. I mean, it's gonna be a good fight for as long as it lasts.
Well, first of all, I think, excuse me, I think fucking Rolly has got some people backing him that don't want to see him lose. You saw that when he fought Barrosos. You saw that the reason he got his title fight. He had the "It's Me Too" thing going on where he had the women that were gonna testify against him and everything else. Man,
that was
Rolly got some people in high places that want to see him succeed. And I just think he's going to beat Pitbull Cruz, regardless of whether Pitbull would have to knock him out, and I don't think he's big enough or strong enough to knock him out. That's how I see it. I think Rolly's gonna fucking stop him. I feel so. Hey,
yeah.
It's what it is, man. I've been wrong before. It won't be the first time. And like a couple of them cats out there say, what do I know? You know?
I want Usyk and Fury, bro. I can't wait for that shit. I'm excited. Then better be Bivol too being made. I'm hoping that gets.
Yeah, they said that fight's set for June.
What fight's that?
Better be even Bivol.
Yeah. Another one we're looking forward to. But Fury and fucking Usyk, cannot wait. Who's on the undercard for that? Did you see anything about that yet?
I did on the undercard on that one is shit. I think it's Ray Vargas is on it. So is
Jay Opataya.
Yeah, Opataya.
Who else? Cordina.
Yeah, Cordina. Yeah.
Kovalev.
Yeah, it's
Kovalev. Yeah. Kovalev's taking on some undefeated guy.
Mm-hmm. What? Kovalev's back.
Is the guy a Saudi?
I don't know. Let me see.
Yeah.
No, he's Swedish.
Hey, Giovanni did pretty good in that fight. I thought, and they didn't score a knockdown for him either. He kind of got fucked by the ref a little bit. It was a close fight between him and Cruz.
Man, listen, I had Pitbull losing that fight, bro. He got styled on.
Well, if they would have called a knockdown, I would have had it. I had him losing that fight, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, because that was a knockdown they didn't call. That was a close fight. That was on the Spence Crawford undercard. That was right before Nonito went up there.
Zhilei Zhang and Parker. That's going to be a good fight, man. I think Zhilei Zhang will take him out. Parker looked good in the top fight, but we got to remember he got beat by Joe Joyce.
I got the card mixed up because they're in Saudi too. So.
Yeah, Zhang. So you think Zhang probably takes Parker out?
I think he will. If he hasn't deteriorated, because his last two fights, man, he's just shown that powerful overhand left, and I don't think Parker has the defense for that punch.
I don't think Zhang's not afraid to get hit either. He's not going to be running around the ring like Wilder did.
But that's going to be another good fight, man. You know, I hate to even make predictions because Parker surprised the hell out of me when he fought Deontay Wilder, and even before that, he took on another. It was an unbeaten heavyweight on one of the Saudi cards, a white kid, European kid, I think, and he stopped him. But Parker, hey, might be having his second resurrection. He's got a lot of miles on him, but he's not that old.
He's got kids. He's fighting for his family.
Anything can happen. He's a crazy Samoan.
They're strong, man. They got a lot of power.
Oh, they climb the fucking.
I was watching a documentary. They think Samoans might be the strongest people on the planet.
They might be, yeah.
The bones are definitely denser than everybody else.
Yeah, them dudes, you don't fuck with them, man. They hang out in packs, bro. So.
Remember that Jimmy Superfly Snooker back in the 80s, man?
Hey, I think, didn't he like shoot his sister or wife or something like that on the outside? Like he murdered
he beat it, he choked her to death or something, but yeah, his Nancy Ajante, they were in a room and he went to wrestle and she was dead in the room, man. No, I think he went to trial like 20, 30 years later, and they found him mentally incompetent. But that's that crazy Jimmy the Superfly Snooker.
I remember him. He was off the top rope on him.
Yep. That crazy headbutt, man. Remember when Roddy hit him in the head with a coconut? Piper's Pit. Remember that one? Roddy tore into with a coconut, smashed it. It was a rigged up coconut, man, busted in a million pieces. Snooker had the blood coming down. Roddy Piper went nuts on him. I mean, Piper took his belt off, beating his strap in his ass.
Man, I'd pay any amount of money to have Randy Macho Man Savage calling a boxing match. Ooh yeah. Oh. Could you imagine somebody get like snapped off and him talking crazy like that, bro? Like
That's what we need. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I want to hear like some of them personalities calling the boxing match, man. Like real boxing knowledge. That'd be incredible. Somebody should pair that off. But
Crazy shit.
I gotta get off of here, guys. But man, it was a cool night, man.
I was thinking the same thing, my brother.
all right.
Ernest?
Hey, fellas. Thanks for the translation, by the way, my man.
Yeah. No problem. No problem.
Yeah, Furrow. Furrow, you're really good at that, man. We could definitely you gotta learn some languages besides Spanish.
I try.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's got a lot of connections, man. That was a good bridge that we made tonight, man. That's the Cuban boxing community. One of the head guys with the Cuban boxing community on YouTube. But he's every other night he's got Morel, he's got Andy Cruz on his show, he's got all the stars. He's got Robezy on his panel, and they love coming on his show, man. You'll trip out when you go to the show. You'll be like, damn, I seen him on Skywalker's. Subscribe to him. It's pinned in my comments. Boxeo con Flow. His name's Puma. And real cool guy, man, and he's got all the Cuban stars on his panel, man, every other night, man. So,
man, I wish I had a few more minutes before you done, because I took, Bruce, I took a bunch of notes when I listen to Cass. I take notes sometimes about some of the things that he talks about, especially with the Cuban boxers. I think that's really interesting. I think there needs to be more education on boxing and how actually boxing really came to be in all the countries. And it seems like they all got the same sort of type of story. All these people that live around the equator, their islands had all been taken over, and they got into boxing some kind of how.
Hey, Savage is dead, bro.
So I don't know. I think it's really interesting. So I wish, next time we talk to him, I'm gonna have my notes ready for him.
Randy Savage is dead, bro.
I believe so.
Oh yeah. Randy Savage just died a while ago.
Yeah, he died a while back.
Got in a car accident, bro.
Culture was asking.
No, I'm just saying, but like that, because you would just imagine somebody doing that voice and calling a boxing match, bro. Priceless.
Yeah. Cool, guys. Much love.
Right,
thank you guys for tuning in, man. Appreciate you guys. Hit the like button. Yeah, appreciate you guys. Puro, thank you, bro. Bruce, thank you, brother. Peace.